Appearances are important for a game. Imagine Steam and other game platforms are like Tinder. People are gonna swipe through different games available, and you must find a way to make them stop and take notice of yours. Good visuals play a big part in this. One thing to consider is making sure your game's visuals are all washed and clean, so that they are easy to understand and look at. In general, visuals shouldn't get in the way of gameplay. They should be a nice bonus. For me, I'm no artist. Art and I have been locked in a century-long war, and this project is just one battle in it. Of course, being a master tactician, I came up with many strategies to win this battle. Basic shapes, pixel art, 3D models, and dark magic. This time I will be the victor. I always am. The battle began with basic shapes. Sometimes the best strategy is the simplest. If the game allows it, making items out of basic shapes provide a clean visual appearance and allows you to leave art skills off your shopping list. When fighting my prototype, I tried to use this strategy. I felt like the game idea could definitely be conquered using this art style, but simplicity of this strategy meant I didn't have a lot of options to approach the fight. How can I dress up basic shapes to look good? A warm glow perhaps? How do I make things look interactable? Use a specific color? What color looks good? The traffic light is already using red and green. I can't possibly let the interactables go in the same outfit as a traffic light. Surely a different style would look better.
Don't call me Shirley.
Maybe pixel art. Now some people say the size of a game's pixels doesn't matter, but in fact it does. Pixel art is an art style that boasts bigger and firmer pixels, invoking nostalgia for some, but providing a stylish 90s look, complete with baggy jeans. I tried dressing up my prototype into a cute little pixel art game, and I really liked the direction. I created a little pixel art train and started to get to work on creating a roller coaster tycoon inspired track creator to allow making levels easier. Just like an Instagram girl, one thing I struggled with was angles. I had to make every asset in every angle I wanted, and some angles just looked prettier than others. One day, when feeling insecure about how my game looked, I wanted to know how it might look with an extra dimension. Wow, 3D! Choo Choo! The new train game now with an extra dimension. Sorry. Now, I know 3D graphics is the cutting edge of technology and the latest fashion trend, but don't get too excited. I wouldn't. To make a 3D game, I need to create 3D models, and that is just something I'm new to. To make the models, I use Blender. Right, Blender, which is a software much like flying a fighter aircraft. Hard to learn, lots of buttons to press, and if you're mildly unlucky, a crash. Now, if you are successful in your mission, you will have maybe a usable 3D model at the end of it. To help me create 3D models and control Blender, I went through a vigorous training program of YouTube videos. After a few missions, I returned with a 3D model, and I started to get to work on my game. I've never made a 3D game before. This was my first time. First time doing anything is scary, and this was no different. Eventually, however, I had my 3D train moving along nodes, and although this was basic, I felt accomplished. Still hung up on pixel art, however, I used some dark magic, aka shaders, to bring the pixel art look into the 3D world. Just like with 3D models, I've never done anything with shaders before. Shaders allow you to run code on a graphics card, a card that is both cheap and easy to find. Graphics cards are optimized to do many independent tasks at once, meaning you can do large-scale effects on the screen without massive slowdown. I created a shader to create a pixel art look. I did this by downsampling the image's UVs and then upsampling them, aka for every so many pixels I would combine them into one. Thanks to the help of a few YouTube videos, I had a pixel art post-processing effect in my game in no time. if no time was a few hours. Next, I spent another 3 hours to create a shader to set the game's colours to a fixed colour palette. With the combination of these two shaders, I can fake the appearance that I am indeed a good artist, when realistically the computer is. Finally, the war with art is over, and I am still alive. Talking about being alive, that's the last ticket, making the game world feel alive. I haven't really had time to do this yet, but things like petals, grass, puddles and bugs can create a feeling that the game world is alive and interesting, making it more appealing to look at and be a part of. Do you know what else is appealing to be a part of? B-roll.